Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the topic that is centroid. So we will see as per the definition what is centroid. Centroid is just a point in a rectangle, triangle, polygon, circle, any even line is there which have only length, area and volume but no mass or weight. Then the point where the entire mass, length, area or volume is assumed to be concentrated, that is called as centroid. Now what is the meaning of this centroid? Let's say we are having a square or a triangle. Now this is a shape and we have the area only. Now we want to find out a point where we assume that the whole area is to be concentrated. Now how to find out the centroid of an object? Now whenever we have to find the centroid of an object, you can say what will be the centroid. We have to locate the point. Now to locate the point we must go, like, we consider any origin, and let's say we have taken this as x-axis and this as y-axis. Now why we are doing this? Just to locate the centroid point, so that a reference point is required from which we can say here is the centroid. So to locate that point we have to assume the axis and origin. If you change the position of origin, the centroid will also shift. Now we will see how we find out the centroid. First of all, if in this object I draw one vertical axis. Now why I draw this axis? I can say that this object is symmetrical around this axis, means about this axis it is the mirror image on both sides. It means when any object is having a center axis and mirror image, or we can say the symmetrical about that axis, then the centroid will lie on that point. Means whatever the area on this side is there, the same area is on that side, so the centroid will lie on this line. Same if I see as per the geometry, if I draw a horizontal axis, it will also be symmetrical about that axis. So it means the centroid will lie on this line and on this line. So from this geometry we can directly say it will lie on the intersection of these two center lines. Now let's say this rectangle or this square, whatever we can say, it is having length L and it is having a width P. I'm just giving the name to the dimension just to give you clarity about the topic. So this is the dimension of a rectangle L and B. Now how we represent centroid? We can say centroid is x bar and y bar. Means x bar means this is the distance in the direction of x from y axis, from this origin where the centroid is. Now as per geometry we found this is the centroid. I have to find out the coordinate, we can say, or with respect to reference where the centroid is lying, right? So that is known as locating the centroid. So this point is having x bar y bar, means in the direction of x from the y-axis, means I want to know this gap. So as per the geometry we can say it will be L by 2, half of L. Now what is y bar? Means in the direction of y from x-axis where the point is lying, means we want to find out this distance. So as per the geometry it will be b by 2. So this is the centroid of such objects. Now it is very easy to find out the centroid of these objects when it is symmetrical, but what will happen if the object is not symmetrical? We will see. We will take one case. Now let's say this, we have taken a T section and we want to find out the centroid of this object. Now if I compare it with this one, we cannot find out the centroid of this object directly by taking the geometry, because this object is not having single surface and we cannot apply this type of geometrical shapes. Now how to solve this type of problem? We have to take, or we have to assume the few areas. Means if I want to break this object, I can say this is the area 1 and this is the area 2. Means in the T section we have taken the two separate surfaces. If I give the name to this surfaces, I can say this is the area A, B, C, D, a first rectangle, and this is the next area E, F, G, H. Just I have given the name to the corners. So it means what I have done, I have taken the two areas A, B, C, D, area 1, and E, F, G, H, the area 2. Now we will find out the centroid of this object. Now to find out the centroid of this object, first of all what we have to do, we have to again same like this, we have to take the origin first. Now let's say we have no need to draw this, just to teach you I am doing this. Let's say I have taken this point as origin, and obviously this will become my x-axis and this side will become my y-axis. If it is not clear, I will highlight this. So this is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis and this one is origin. Again I'm telling you, we have to just locate the centroid, where the centroid of these two surfaces or the complete body will lie with respect to this origin. Now we have the formula. What is that? It is given that the x bar means position of the centroid, that will be in the direction of x from y-axis, that will be equal to summation of a x divided by summation of a. So what is the meaning of this? I can say x bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 and so on as per the number of areas, divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 as per the number of areas. Similarly we can say y bar is equal to means the position of centroid in the direction of y from x-axis. It will be, again I can write it in the same format, ay divided by summation of a, means I can say that y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 and as per the number of areas divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 as per the number of areas. Now to apply these the values of x bar and y bar, first of all we have a easy method. What is that? Again we will use the same concept here. Can I find out axis about which the structure is symmetrical? If I draw a horizontal axis, it is not symmetrical about the horizontal axis. If I say this is the axis, now the image here, the object here is not mirror image to the part of this, right? So I cannot say the centroid will lie here because this is not the mirror image on the both side, not symmetrical about this axis. But if I take an axis like this, now I can say this side and this side, the object is just mirror image, just symmetric about this axis. So in this way I can say this is the axis about which the object is symmetrical. So what is the meaning of considering this axis? The meaning of considering this axis means the centroid of this object will lie on this line. It means we have no need to find out the x bar. Why? The centroid will lie on this line. Directly from this O point we can find out what was the x bar. X bar is the distance in the direction of x from y-axis. So the centroid will lie on this line. So how directly we can say what will be the x bar for this object? It will be, how much distance is this? If I take, this is 100, so it will be 50 from this y axis, 50. If I say here also you can count, this is 100, this is 30, half is 50. So how much on this side? 15 plus how much this side? 35. You can calculate here now. 100 on this side, 30 on this side. The rest part is 70. 100 minus 30, 70. 35 in this side, 35 in this side. So I have to find out the point, this x bar, from this origin to this axis. Means on this line there will be the point. So from this 35 plus 15. So x bar is directly 50 mm. No need to calculate using the formula, directly by using the graphical method you can find out this. Now we will find out the value of y bar. Now to find the value of y bar, I need the areas. Now what I'll do, we can find out the area. Okay, now this is the area 1, this is the area 2. So I can say A, B, C, D, area is there, that is represented by A1. Now what is A1? 100 into 30. So this is 100 mm, the dimensions are in mm, into 30. So I am having 3000 mm square. Now what is A2? A2 is having this only. So I can say, if you want to write in that form, I can say this is EFGH, that is area 2. Now EFGH area 2, that is equal to, now this length total is 150 minus this 30, so the remaining part will be 120. So 120, that is the length, 120 length, and this width. This is a rectangle, that will be length into width. Length is coming 120 into 30. So this is 3600 mm square. Right? So we get the values of areas just to find out the value of y bar. Now we need value of y. Now what is the value of y here, or in this equation what is the value of x? The value of y and x are the values of centroid of individual object. Means in the ABCD area where the centroid will be. Now I can take ABCD as a separate object like the same, na? Like this. I can take ABCD separate and this EFGH separate, just similar to this. Then we can find out the centroid by geometric construction. Means if a rectangle is there, where will be the y bar? If you say na, its x bar will be just half. That is why if you calculate the x bar with this method, even then you will get the same value of this. Okay, but it will reduce your steps of calculation, so we can take directly complete axis and directly we get x bar. Now for finding the y bar, find out the y means centroid of this object separate. Where will be the centroid? In the direction of y from x-axis. So where the centroid will lie? Just half of this, just like this one means b by 2. So it means it will be 15 half. But what is the position from origin? We have to find out the position. Like this is 15, no doubt half, but from the O point. That is why I told you what is x bar or y bar. Y bar or y1, this is the position of centroid in the direction of y from x-axis. So that is what I can say, 30 by 2. 30 by 2 means I have taken this distance and plus this. What was that? 120. Got this point? Means from x-axis this is 120 plus 15. So it will be 135 mm. This is y1. This is y1. Similarly, can I find out y2? Means for this where the centroid will be, it will be half of this. Means directly we can say 120 by 2, that is 60 mm. Got this point? For this area where the centroid will be, geometric construction, if I draw here, it will be means 120 divided by 2. So from this point it will be 60. This is just related to the coordinates. Now we will find out the y bar. Now y bar is equal to, as per the formula, A1. What is A1? Now I am filling the values here in this formula. A1, this into y1, this plus A2, 3600 into y2. There is no area 3, so we will not go for the next step. And A1 plus A2. Now what is A1? That is 3000 plus 3600. So we are getting the value of y bar. When you calculate it, it is coming equals to 94.1 mm. So this is the required coordinate of y bar and x bar. So in this way we solve the problem.